Well, hello everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to Hinterland. Good to be back in Germany. We have finished up the old family farm. I feel like something's missing from my life now that the old family farm is no longer a series, but believe you me, the next series will be fun. We'll make it fun. If it kills us, we'll make it we'll make it fun. So what are we staring at here? We're staring at a pile of grass. Um, don't get too excited, Tin Man. It's mowed grass. Just kidding. I We need silage, so we are gonna work on getting this grass here silaged up using our Anderson sausage maker. But before we do that, we are a couple months away from harvesting anything at this point. If we look at our growth here, I also made sure we were all up to speed on fertilizer, which we are. Looking pretty good. So I think our fields are in pretty good shape. Need to do some washing of our equipment. It'll give us a chance to get our equipment washed, get some maintenance done. All that you got to kind of do stuff that doesn't earn you any money, but you got to keep up with all of it. I did change this back to the smaller one, by the way. That 27 meter thing, which by the way I guess is like 80 feet, it's almost too big, and you won't hear me say that often. It was almost too big. It was having a hard time getting around some of the field and trees and stuff. So I'm like, you know what, 21 meters is big enough. But anyways, we're not going to stand here and wash our whole time, and we're not just going to do silage bales. I need to show you some goodies. I've been busy since we last got together. I've been very busy, and I actually learned a few things. Well, maybe not learned, but brushed up my skills a little bit. And you know what? Let's fly over. Let's just do a little flight. Wouldn't that be nice if we could just fly? Oh, that would be so epic. I'll be right back, honey. Going to the grocery store, and you just fly. Yeah. So here is here's downtown Hinterland, right? And then, of course, we've got our production park. Oh, we've got the Redneck Restaurant. Let's not forget about that. Our boardwalk. I guess it's still there. That's good. The boat hasn't knocked it down. I've added a few things to our productions. A few is correct. A few is about right, too. Holy cow. Okay, so I added a new dairy to help production with butter. We have a lot of milk, so we needed some more production for our milk. This will also make chocolate and cheese. So that is actually working right now. We have our fish and we have our mineral feed back there. Then we come up a little ways, and I added this whole new industrial park. So we've got the industrial bakery, which we needed badly because our flour was out producing anything it could be used for. So we've got the industrial bakery now for making bread and cakes. I'm not sure what else it makes, but right now it's working on bread and cake. We have a new oil mill. This is basically the standard in-game oil mill. However, it is beefed up with a little Popeye spinach. It produces faster. It also, I think corn oil and soybean oil were added to it. I think that's about it. And it holds more. But it's the basic in-game one. Oh, and the mod author moved the drop-off point and the pickup point a little bit too. But that's our new oil mill. And over here, we've got our new sugar factory. So this is our new sugar mill. We are now producing our own sugar. I'll explain how that's even working here in a second as well, but that's our sugar mill. I will tell you, you should be happy that I didn't record. Actually, I'm glad I didn't record it because it was a mess. I learned a lot about the smoothing lifting, raising tools, all the ground tools here that I've never been that comfortable with. I learned a lot about these, and got some practice, a lot of practice. And I'm still no professional by any stretch, but I do feel a little more comfortable using them at this point. I did throw down this new chain link fence. This actually was a mod that was released maybe a week ago. It's in the in-game mod hub. Thought it was kind of cool. So some chain link fencing here. And you think that slope is bad? You should have seen it when I plopped this down. Oh my gosh, it looked like a crater. We also have a back way, a little back trail into our mineral feed facility. So if we want to scooch our tractor or whatever in the back way, we can do that. Placing these things was a nightmare. This one wasn't so bad, this bakery, but these two things here was an absolute nightmare. And it took longer than I even... It took a long time. And I finally got them to the point where I actually think they're halfway decent. And like I said, learned a few things along the way. Planted some trees, got some more of our electricity run. So we should have electricity run to all of our buildings. And a little bit down the way here for future expanse. Little mailbox here for our industrial bakery. Little walkway for our employees to come up. I'll tell you one thing I regret. And I was racking my brain trying to think of a way to do this. I want to get rid of this meadow grass and put in nice lawn grass, or even if it was like the grass that you plant, you know, for baling. And I'm racking my brain trying to figure out how to do that. And I think the only really the only way to do it that makes sense is to do it before you put buildings down. So what I should have done from the get-go, but I really didn't think about it, was plowed up all of this land, planted regular grass, and then put my buildings down. That way I'd have a nice lawn. You know, these buildings would have a nice lawn. If you can think of any other ways of doing it, I would love to hear it. But as far as I know, unless I come over here and... I mean, I can still plow all this up and plant grass, but it would be a nightmare to try to get around, you know, to try to butt it up against here. And I don't know. I think it'd be a real nightmare to do now. I should have done it before I before I set the buildings down. But anyways, that's just a minor thing, but I would love to see a nice lawn in front of these buildings instead of this meadow grass. But we are production crazy now, and I'll show you what else I did here. So I basically updated all of our productions at this point. All of the open air gardens are now producing a combination of sugar beets and cotton. And they are being distributed to facilities, so to production facilities. So the sugar beets are being obviously forwarded to our sugar mill. All of the open air gardens were changed. All of our olive trees are back to being distributed now that we have that big oil mill plant that should be able to keep up with all of our olive trees. Our butter is still doing its job. Our original butter factory is still working away. The strawberry greenhouses that we have, I changed back to forwarding, to distributing, because we have a new bakery in town that needs them for the cakes. And I think that kind of gets you all up to speed. The only thing we're waiting on now to get working is the mineral feed. And I did bring a bunch of sunflowers over for it. We need sunflowers. We need sugar beets, soybeans, and canola. And so soon we'll be producing our own mineral feed. And soon we will have corn for our fishies. And we should have some mineral feed in production for our fishies as well. So soon we'll be producing fish. I have all of the finished products set to sell. I just decided at this point, I really have never enjoyed driving around picking up pallets. I would rather they just sell when they're ready to sell. And I know that it's not fiscally responsible to do that, that you should wait until the high price comes around. But for the luxury of not having to deal with the pallets, I'm just going to have them do a sell. The only one I didn't set to sell are the clothing. They're just, it's a lot of money with clothing, and I would rather wait to sell our clothes when we want to sell them, because that's like millions of dollars involved there. So that gets you, I think, pretty much up to speed on where we are with all of our production facilities. This bad boy here is starting to grow. I mean, this was open land when we started, and so I'm really excited about how it's starting to develop, and we've got more to come for sure. But I think in the future I might stay away from placing things further back here. This is where you run into problems on these hills. These are pretty big hills, and I'll tell you, it's a nightmare placing things on the hills. Up by the road here, it's pretty simple, but we'll get there. We shall get there. Let me show you something else that I bought. I think we had this on Kubota Farm. We leased this vehicle on Kubota Farm. And it's this Lizard Sadie. I was feeding the cows, and I just got fed up with this trough right here and how difficult it was to back the crone into there and get positioned right and blah, blah, blah. Well, I remembered the Sadie, and this Sadie holds 100,000 liters. So, first of all, that's nice. It also has 60 kilometers an hour, so it's not slow. It holds a ton of stuff. It has a trailer hitch, so I can hitch on the milk wagon to it as well if I want to. And it was like 80 grand, and so I thought that was a nice addition to the farm. And trust me, I in no way, shape, miss trying to use a trailer to dump TMR off anymore. This is easy peasy right here, but over there, not so much. Looks like our cows are happy, and boy, are they producing milk. These cows have already started to produce a decent amount of milk as well. So that's where we are for productions. That's where we are for anything new purchased for the farm. I think our cows are up to snuff. I think I got them water too. They're good with water. They're good with TMR. All the rest of our animals are in good shape right now. The only thing we probably should think about doing soon is delivering eggs. We really need to deliver eggs to the original bakery and then to our new industrial bakery. In fact, we should probably get that over with now before we move ahead in time. Let's get into our Anderson. Let me turn off this flight mode so I can enter vehicles. And let's get our Anderson out of the way and positioned a little bit. At a great 5 kilometers an hour. I'd probably still hit something, by the way. But we'll get this thing out of the way, and we'll have to figure out where we're going to start our bale sausage so it doesn't get in the way. Well, happy Friday. Memorial weekend. Hopefully, if you're lucky, like I am, it's going to be a long weekend. Monday off, which will be very, very nice. Plan on playing some serious farming simulator this weekend. I just finished playing a game called As Dusk Falls. And I gotta tell you, I thought it was pretty good. It's a storytelling game. It's based on actions, events change depending on choices you make, kind of thing. But the story was actually quite intriguing. It was very good. If you have a chance to check it out, you should. If you played, what was that game, Firewatch? It's like that. It's that type of a game. And I really enjoyed Firewatch. And somebody told me about As Dusk Falls. And I tried it out, and I'm glad I did, because I thought it was actually quite good. And you can usually pick it up on sale pretty cheap in Steam. I'm looking to see here, Euro pallets are selected. I think we're gonna do this the half easy way, half hard way. How many eggs do we have? We have to have quite a few eggs in here. 22 pallets of eggs. How many do we want to spawn? Should we spawn? Let's spawn. I think we can do 9 at a time. Yep, we can do 9 at a time. Oh, can I not enter my vehicle? Did I? I thought I turned off. I did turn it off. So why can't I enter my vehicles again? That's not very nice. Well, evidently my entering vehicle mode is broken for some reason. Oh! Oh, I thought I was going to run over the eggs. That would not have been nice at all. Let me spawn some more eggs here. I wish this thing would distribute eggs. I think that would be pretty cool. Oh, okay. I'm just going to stand here and do this then, I guess. Spawn. Yeah. How many do we have left? Just one? Spawn. Beauty. Alright. Oh, I see what the problem was. It thought I was still holding on to something. I think that's why I couldn't get into the... Yeah, see my hand's gone? There, it's back. Yeah, I think that's why I couldn't get into the tractor, because it thought I was holding on to a pallet. Alright, those are all of our eggs. Yes, they are indeed. Thank you, chickens, for all your hard labor. Let's run over to our industrial bakery first and throw some eggs at it because it doesn't have any. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about the way Hinterland's going. I think I mentioned this before, but I have never been this deep into productions. I've had productions, I've done productions, but I think this is the most productions I've had going at once, I think. Especially custom ones that aren't just base game productions. And certainly the first time I've made my own industrial park. And I've quite enjoyed it. Even with some of the headaches that it's caused, I've actually quite enjoyed doing it. And I think I can get better at it with some practice. I think I'm in the right drop-off zone. I am. Good. Let's take a look at, I think our industrial bakery's way down here at the bottom somewhere. Here it is. Have no idea. Eggs are full apparently. Alright. Well, that didn't take very many, did it? And we've got some floating pallets too. Too bad we can't make egg oil. So if we look at, actually, let's take a quick peek at something at this industrial bakery. Okay, so it did kick off the cake now. That's good. So that's all a cake was waiting for were eggs. It's got strawberries, butter. Oh, it actually has, we've actually produced enough sugar to start. Nice. Okay. Excellent. I wasn't sure if we would have any sugar produced yet, but that's good. I'm still not entirely clear on how the game distributes products if they're needed at multiple facilities. I have to believe it just breaks them up into even percentages. I don't know why it wouldn't. And I would think if one's full, it's just going to ignore that facility and go to the next, I guess. Let's drop off some more eggs at this bakery. It would be nice if it would take like those. There it goes. Take them all. I guess we probably could have sold some at this point, but... Are you still taking eggs? Holy cow, do you take a lot of eggs. Still taking? Still taking. I probably shouldn't have given it that many eggs. Well, take the rest of them now. I've already got us this far. It would also be nice if you could steal eggs from one factory and give them to another factory. Like if we selected eggs, it would be nice to be able to... I don't know how that would work, but it would be kind of cool to be able to say, hey, you know what? I've got another factory that needs eggs and you've got too many because I just did what I just did and gave this bakery too many eggs. But oh well. So while we're here, let's get the hatchet out. I tell you what, Heinrich sees us coming with this hatchet. He gets really nervous. Hey Heinrich, what's up, Chief?
Hi.
How you doing, buddy?
Hi.
Excellent. Any good stuff for sale today, Heinrich? Ooh, I do like me. I'll tell you, I've always liked this tractor, and I think mostly because it reminds me of FS15. Now, I don't know if it was this exact... This might be a newer year, but I remember really liking the old New Holland big boy. A lot of horsepower to that tractor too. Anyways, this is a new mod as well that was just released. Just happened to be in our used stuff. I was actually thinking about buying this, but we don't need it anymore. But this mod was just released as well. It's basically a Krone forage wagon without the forager. All right, Heinrich, thanks, man. No deals today, though.
Hi.
All right. Word around the campfire is Heinrich is dating the lady over there at the animal dealership. And I don't know what the deal is with Greta, but at the restaurant, but I've heard that she's not all too thrilled about it. So I don't know what's going on there. I try not to get involved in the town folk stuff. I got enough stuff to keep me busy out here on the farm. Got some running lights on the exhaust there. Very nice. Very, very nice. Well, let's see if we can put a little bit of a dent in our silage, our grass bales, and get those started so we can get them fermenting. Because we no longer have the luxury of taking our time with making TMR. We've got a lot of cows to feed. Oh, I like that air hose sound. Alright, thank you, Mr. Fent. Very helpful. Where should we... A little sound of that. I wonder... Where is the motor on this thing? Where's the little... it's got like a little Honda engine in it, I think. At least the one on YouTube. Oh, there it is, underneath there, right? The one on YouTube was a little Honda... A little Honda motor, if I remember right. Can you see what brand that is underneath there? I don't know if we can see what it is. Yeah, and the same kind of controls too. Man, they make these mods so realistic. Down to the stickers and everything else. So, if you remember last time... Can I go faster forward? Apparently not. If you remember last time, we had a little bit of an issue when I went to move the sausage, the bale sausage, it did not like that at all. So I kind of want to put this thing down where I know I'm not going to have to move it, or at least not risk having to move it very much. So which way does this happen? So they go on here. No, they go on here. They get wrapped and come out here, and I think it pushes it so we can start. I think we can start somewhere in this area. Let's turn it this way, though. Boy, that's not very much room, is it? I don't want to... I really don't want to... Well, you know what we could do? I'm kind of being silly about this. Let's get this out of the way. This is the big culprit at the moment. Oh, man, this thing is... It's a big one. Fent, I think you're going to have to move... Oh, just nicked. Just nicked. Just a little nick. Alright. Get that thing out of the way. We have a few more grass bales, as you can see in there. I just, actually, yeah, I think... Do we have more grass bales in there? Yeah, we do. Right there. Okay. I think those are grass. Let's move you forward this way. I think I have it going the correct direction. Or do I have this backwards? So you put them on here. I always get this backwards. You put them on here. So the Anderson should go that way, correct? And the first bale should kind of stick around here, I think. Alright, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Mr. New Holland? You're kind of in my way, too. Who parks you here, anyways? I'm going to get on the farm hands for parking the vehicles right where they're in the way. And yes, we are going to use the super strength and not the telehandler because, one, I'm bad at it, and two, I'm really bad at it. And this is faster and easier, and you know what, I think, do I need to, I feel like I'm doing this wrong, very, very wrong. They go on this way, Brad, by the way. And I think I need to turn on, I think I need to turn something on. Fold bale wrapper, it is unfolded. Stop engine, engine is running. I think the engine has to be running. I think it's ready, right? Am I doing this backwards? I think I am doing it backwards. Yeah. Holy cow. Okay. Look how far away you can grab those things too. Love it. And pop. Very nervous about this because things got crazy last time in a big hurry. Treating them like they weigh 5 pounds, but the key is, if I remember last time, making sure that I let go of the bale before the machine grabs the bale. Otherwise, the machine thinks I still have a hold of the bale, and things get crazy. Now, I don't remember last time how long it took for the silage. I think it took at least a day. Hopefully we will have... I think we will have enough silage to last us. Oh, yeah. Definitely. We've got 54,000 made and almost a full wagon. I was thinking about putting down another TMR maker over closer to our cow facility And if we do that, then I'm definitely going to want to put down another storage barn over there. I mean, I guess we could trailer over bales, but it would be nice to have another one of these storage facilities. And there's other ones that are out now. I guess several modders have. In fact, even Ornata has made some storage barns with the new Giants script. This was a really nice ad by Giants, actually, when they came out with this bale/pallet storage deal. It was very, very good. I think that helped, especially console players, where don't console players still have a limit on the number of pallets and bales you can have on your map visible? I know PC, they limited PC too for a while, but I think they dropped that limit. At least I've never run into the limit, but I don't even know if it ever impacted me. I just don't get into that many pallets and bales sitting out. But I could see on large maps where it could quickly become a problem without question. I'm going to bump this down. I don't want to give you guys a headache watching me run too fast back and forth. Ooh, Brad. Don't ruin this, buddy. I might be saving the game here in a second. So I don't want to talk about Old Family Farm just because if you haven't seen the last episode of Old Family Farm, I don't want to sit there and yap about it. Not that it would probably be a big deal, but I will say this much. I had no idea how it was gonna end like that, and I just think it's so funny because Tin Man, a longtime subscriber, I think you might be a little bit psychic. Not psycho. Well, maybe you're psycho too, but definitely psychic, because one of your comments you left about the ending of Old Family Farm, you just about called it. You really just about called it. I'll tell you. I had no idea it was going to end that way. I just was simply trying to get on a horse. Oh shoot, I better not even say that. But I'll say it. Not that big a deal. But I had no idea the game was going to do that. And I went back and tried to ride a horse again, and it did the same thing. So there is something very broken with horses on the Old Family Farm. Let me know if you've played the Old Family Farm for FS22 and tried horses and tried riding a horse. If you had problems, because I can't get it to work. And I checked my mods, and I don't have any horse-related mods, if that sounds right. I know that there's a mod out there that lets you ride a horse in first person. I checked to make sure I didn't have that enabled because I thought that might be causing a problem, and I don't. I don't have any of the horse. Well, like I said, any horse mod enabled. The one horse mod that I really like is the one. What's it called? The Horseman mod or something like that. It's where basically you pay a fee, and an AI worker rides your horses every day and cleans them for you. You still have to feed them, but you don't have to ride them every day and clean them. Didn't have that installed. I just couldn't figure out why it was so broke. I should try just disabling all the mods and see if it works without any mods enabled at all. But it's not that big a deal. We weren't really going to do much with horses anyways on there, but I do miss the Old Family Farm already. I guess, like I said, I might go back and continue to play a little bit more of it. Now, how does that work, silly? You can't be going through our bales. Let me save the game real quick. I just realized how nervous I get when I'm working on these things. So not a bad bale sausage. Do we have any more grass that we can do, actually? Straw, hay. We got 5 more. Alright. Well, we'll do 5 more then. Might as well. Since we've got it out and working and we've got a sausage already being made. Let's get her done. I'm rewatching The Sopranos. I honestly don't know how many times I've seen that show now. But, oh yeah, that wasn't very nice. But it is just so entertaining. And I'm finally getting around to watch Rick and Morty Season 6. That's one show that for me, Season 1 and 2, you just can't beat them. I thought Season 3 was alright, but I don't know. I personally have not enjoyed the other seasons as much. But I'm trying out Season 6, see how it goes. I guess it's the last season with Justin Roiland, the voice for Rick and Morty, and many other characters. So it'll be really interesting to see how they replace him. So now we have hay and straw. Alright. Now what do? We finish off our bales. I think it's a Y thing, right? Oh, it's an R thing. Okay. Man, that plunger's huge. Where does that all go to? It must fold on. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, there's a seam. I'm like, how in the world does that even work? But you could see the seam there. Should have changed the colors. I was actually going to change the colors of the bales this time around. Something, I don't know, does Memorial Weekend or Memorial Day have a color? I don't know if it does or not. I remember when I was a lot younger, Memorial Weekend, you know, was always a great weekend because not only did you normally have an extra day off of school, but it was also the sign of, excuse me, of summer coming up and school being over. And I loved Memorial Weekend, and we always had a family thing, you know, barbecue or something like that. And it was just one of my favorite holiday weekends of all time when I was younger. And now I look at it a lot more reverently and respectfully as far as what it means. Yeah, it's an important holiday to keep the true meaning in mind, no doubt. And I know I'm going to sound like that old guy, but for the younger viewers, keep a lot of respect with it. Make sure you take your hat off when you do the pledge or the anthem, all right? And it's not uncool to put your hand over your heart either. Show a lot of respect for the people that fought for your country, died for your country. Trust me, it may not feel cool now, but you'll get a lot of respect for it when people see you doing it. I'll tell you what, I see younger kids doing it, and it really yanks at my heart. It's really cool to see younger folks respecting the flag and the anthem and stuff. I remember in Canada, is Canada, I hope I don't show my ignorance here, but I think Canada was Poppy, is it Poppy Day or something like that? Was it? Tin Man, you can tell me. But it's been a long time since I've lived in Canada. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Like I said, have a great Memorial Weekend. Even if you're not here in the States, enjoy your weekend. And hopefully you stay safe and take care of each other and yourselves. And we'll be back here on Hinterland Monday. I'll probably have something fun over the weekend. But just keep an eye on the notifications for the channel if you do get notifications. Subscribe if you don't mind, and definitely leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I would really appreciate that. You all take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching again. If you have any suggestions for productions, I would love to hear them. And let's put a wrapper on this. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.